The name of this show is Hippie and the Snake, which is actually also the name of the video, and so the work comprises of a 2-channel video work, and then the photographs that you see in the exhibition were sort of taken throughout the duration of the shooting also, and they just complement the video. I also made another video earlier in 2011 which was called The Chrysalis, and I was interested in using a high-speed video camera, and the one I used is a phantom camera, and so I think I became interested in this technology and using this as a tool to make work then, and then this video is actually more or less just a continuation of the interest in that tool. And that first video was just an image of a girl licking a flower but with like excess saliva, and looks a bit repulsive, and I think I shot that at 800 frames per second, and also this video was also shot at 800 frames per second. Basically at 800 frames per second you can only shoot for about 6 or 8 seconds per take, and so then if you want to shoot, even if you want to slow down the action even more, then that cuts down on your shooting time, so you might only get 2 or 3 seconds. So that becomes quite impossible, and so for me 800 frames per second allowed me to at least get, you can at least try and get something in 6 to 8 seconds, and it sort of makes it a nice speed. To me it feels like the stretching out of a photograph, and there's something very thick and heavy about all this information just being stretched out that normally you would just capture in a second, with a stills camera, and so it gives it a nice heaviness, I think, that I quite like. I think today that the line between photography and video is becoming so blurred now anyway, but in particular this camera is very much like a photographic camera in that it captures in single TIFF files with thousands and thousands of them, and I don't really see it as being that different to photography, but generally, I'm really fascinated by the medium of photography and the tool of a camera and also a video camera, and it just it has opened up more ideas for me, and it's interesting that a new technology can do that for you, that you can a new tool can come along, and then through inspiration by that tool you can come up with different ideas and different ways to make work and so forth. It probably was quite a long research project. Sometimes I might create works where I've really let's say worked out everything beforehand, and then other times I might just have works which I create in more of a visceral way, so I might just have images and ideas in my head and then create the work and then bring meaning to it after, and in some respects I actually prefer to work like that. And so this was, there are sort of loose ideas behind it which are probably ideas that I've been exploring for years in all of my work, and this was just a further exploration of those ideas. But I think I tried to work in a very visceral way with this video and not control the concept too much before I made the work, if that makes sense.